Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new IFC Midnight film, Barbarians, and this is a new thriller from writer-director Charles Dorfman that focuses on four friends coming together for a dinner party out in the country at this really elaborate and big, like obnoxiously big and fancy country home, and things are really suspenseful and awkward and uncomfortable at dinner, especially between the two men, Lucas and Adam, played by Tom Cullen, and Iwan Rheon, aka Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. And this dinner makes up a good chunk of this movie, building up, because this is only like an hour and 29-minute film, and there's a lot of tension and awkwardness. One of the things that kind of holds this film back is, like, you can feel the tension, but you don't really care about anybody in particular. Like, I never felt a strong connection to any of them. And then you're just sitting there at a distance watching some people you don't care about be awkward with each other. And, like, yeah, there's some suspense there, but there could have been some more impactful feelings and emotion if you did feel for them. There's levels of commentary on, like, drawing that line between, like, man and beast and violence and those, like, deep-seated primal urges, and also some aspects of, like, predatorial, like, businesses and stuff like that, and different kinds of things in terms of motivations, because this dinner goes sideways and goes some interesting places, especially in its third act, where they really ratchet up the tension and the violence and the twists and turns in the film at that point. It gets a lot more exciting at that point, and you're really on edge, not quite sure where things are going to go. But like I said, these characters you don't care as much for, so you're not really invested in what's going on. But along with some of the technical aspects, there's some really inspired camera work and shots, especially some really interesting overhead shots of this compound, this, like, big castle, from cinematographer Charlie Herrens, and that really adds some layers and interesting things to capture your attention while watching the film as well. And this cast, I think, in general, does a fine job. I think the women, especially Catalina, Sandino, Moreno, really steal the show. They really show them stepping up and being more interesting, because, like, the two guys, like, they're just wrestling around being obnoxious and, like, assholes to each other, and one in particular kind of lacks one of his arcs is, like, that lack of, like, really being decisive and stepping up, and it causes some serious consequences. I just feel like this film has a lot of interesting elements from a technical aspect and a filmmaking aspect, but it's kind of hollow and leaves you wanting to be able to connect with it more to make this a more engaging and enthralling experience, but it just kind of keeps you at arm's distance, and you could watch it for an hour and 29 minutes and be like, okay, that was a bit thrilling, that was a bit suspenseful, but I don't know if I really liked the film or felt like I got a full appreciation for the film, and you kind of feel left wanting more. But those are my thoughts on Barbarians. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.